A wolf entered through the main gate of the forest, moving quietly, watching all the animals to see what they were doing. He hid behind a small hill. Just then, from behind a mushroom, a white rabbit popped out and spotted the wolf. The two looked at each other, then smiled. Soon they became friends and started talking. While they were chatting, a little fox noticed them. She said, "I'm going to tell everyone what I saw." To stop her, the wolf went up to her and said, "In this forest, there's a huge monster who loves to eat foxes. If you tell anyone, he'll come for you first." Hearing that, the fox panicked and ran away as fast as she could. The rabbit and wolf laughed so hard they couldn't stop, teasing about how scared the fox had looked. Up in a tree, an owl had seen the whole thing. He flew down and said to the wolf, "I found out about this monster. I'll tell everyone." The wolf calmly replied, "Oh, you should be careful. That monster's favorite dinner is owl." The owl's eyes widened. Without another word, he took off and disappeared into the sky. Later, the wolf walked to the riverside and saw a snake slithering nearby. The snake tried to attack him, but the wolf quickly said, "There's a monster living here who eats everyone, and he especially loves snakes. If you hurt me, he'll come after you next." The snake froze, terrified, and rushed away to save itself. The rat and the wolf spent the rest of the day laughing, playing, and enjoying each other's company. As the sun began to set, the wolf finally started heading home, still smiling at the adventures of the day. In the forest, the wolf suddenly noticed a trail of huge footprints, the kind that could only belong to a monster. His heart skipped a beat, and fear flashed across his face. Before he could move, the monster appeared right in front of him, towering, with enormous horns and a terrifying growl. The wolf froze for a second and whispered, "Oh no, this time I'm really in trouble." But instead of running, he took a deep breath and walked toward the monster. "You know," he said carefully, "you're actually the most handsome creature in this whole forest." The monster blinked, surprised. Then slowly, his scary face softened. He stood taller, clearly flattered, and began to smile. Within moments, the two of them were talking, and just like that, they became friends. The monster wanted to meet everyone, so the wolf took him to see his friends in the forest. But as soon as the other animals saw the monster, the rabbit, the owl, even the snake, they all screamed and ran for their lives. The snake slithered away faster than he ever had before. The monster looked confused. "What just happened? Why is everyone running from me?" The wolf burst out laughing. "Oh, that's because of my stories," he said between giggles. Then he explained how he'd told everyone there was a monster who ate animals. They were scared of you long before they met you. The monster stared for a moment, and then started laughing too. As the day drew to an end, it was time to say goodbye. The monster gathered all his new friends and introduced them properly to the wolf. Everyone laughed awkwardly at first, still remembering how scared they'd been, but soon the tension melted. After that, the monster went back to the far side of the forest, to the deep, shadowy place where he lived. The wolf returned home and met the rabbit, telling him everything, the meeting, the fear, the laughter, and how the terrifying monster turned out to be a kind-hearted friend. The rabbit listened with wide eyes and a big smile. From that day on, all the animals began living peacefully again, each on their own side of the forest, giving space but not fear. The monster stayed in his quiet corner, waiting for the wolf's visits. And every few days, the wolf came back to spend time with him, sharing stories, jokes, and long silences by the river. At night, when the adventures were done, the wolf would curl up beneath a tall tree, the moonlight brushing over his white fur, and drift off to sleep, dreaming of the forest, the friends he'd made, and the monster who wasn't so scary after all.